Right, so we've got the back of the new Project Range Rover Sport out. We've got a CAN bus errors and a couple of errors on the audio system. So we just thought we'd look inside and we just thought we'd share this with everyone. If you're wondering where some of the modules are in the back of your Range Rover Sport, this is a 2016 model. So I was just going to go through, I'm not an expert, but what I've sort of worked out and things that I think are interesting in the back of here. One thing I found interesting is these little brace bars here going across. So these are quite interesting. They've obviously got the aluminium body shell on these, and it's obviously trying to create a sort of, what's the word? Cross brace, really, isn't it? Where they're taking the forces and bringing them across on each side. That's quite neat.
So we got they're coming across right by the strut top here, aren't they?
That's the top of the strut, correct? Yeah. But I think that's for the I think the wires going in is for that dynamic electronic variable damper thing they've got going on the Range Rovers. Right, this is quite standard, obviously, since the Range Rover L494 having your compressor in your spare wheel well is quite a standard feature. Underneath that you've got the battery. We've only got one on this one. We've only got a single battery. We haven't got a stop start on this one. What else have we got? It's interesting that on the L494 the suspension compressor and a chunk of valve stuff was going on here, but it looks like we've got the valve block over here. So the air pipe comes along, whoop, wrong one, you can see it coming out there, comes along here and goes into this valve block here. So if you guess that in years to come could be an interesting source of problems. If you can get round in there, Ian, we've got the deployable tow bar. We'll do a separate video on the deployable tow bar just to show you how it works and some of the tricks you can do with it. And there's the control box for the deployable tow bar. So if you've got a deployable tow bar and you need to find the control box and the wiring, that's just in the back here. Now this thing's got the mother of all monster cables going into it.
And out of it again.
And out of it again.
And a massive earth on it.
I did ask Ian to quit. No, you looked at what this module was.
That module up there was, I think that's just your...
You reckon that was the... Infused. This one was the comfort module, wasn't
That's
it?
your comfort climate... comfort control module. That one up there.
And this one's got... It's got a little flip-off cover. I haven't even flipped it off to have a look what's under there. Oh look, there's some monster fuse under there. Look. So that's your main...
That's your 250 amp.
Ooh! You're going to be in problems if that's gone.
Let your fingers go on.
Yeah, look. We'll keep that well behind there. You've got your rear fuse boxes all up here. You can access that from a rear panel. We've got a couple of things disconnected. In the liner there's some crash, I think these are crash sensors. We've got one of those on each side.
On each side.
Disconnected. What else did you look up, Ian, trying to work out what everything was?
DABs over here. If you've got any experience with the older, slightly older Range Rovers, you'd expect your sat-nav to be in the back.
Yes, with the CD player and all that.
And our 405 has got the module in this back corner here, but this one is all built into the head unit apparently. It's all built in up front somewhere. But
we have got a spare connector here. Now this isn't the most bus connector. The most bus is this orange one, I believe, which has got to be a loop, but it's got to go into every module and out of.
So we thought that might have got damaged because we were having problems with our sat nav and stuff, aren't we?
But we can't find anything untoward in here. What was any other modules?
Keyless is the one that's up.
This is your So this is your security. Side. I think if you change your keys now, you've got to change this whole module, and the module comes with keys coded to it. You can't add extra keys on the later models like we've done videos before. But there you go. We just thought we'd show you in our boot before we put it all back together.